Okay, so today we're going to be evaluating logs. So go ahead, I'm going to have you write down, you can write down these steps in your notes as we do the problem. So here we're given log of base 8, 16. So our first step is let's pretend it's set equal to x. Okay? So once we've set it equal to x, let's rewrite it like we just learned in exponential form. Remember, the base stays the base, and the answer and the exponent will switch places. So it's 8 to the x power equals 16. Well, there is nothing that we can raise 8 to give us 16. So what we want to do is we need to rewrite them with the same basis. So what powers can we give, or how can we rewrite 8 and 16 with the same basis? To what power? 2 to the third power is 8. Now the x is just going to tag along. So now we have 2 to the 3x power equals, and 16 is 2 to the fourth power. So now that we have our bases that are equal, we want to drop the bases and set the exponents equal and solve. So I'm going to pretend that these aren't here, and I'm going to say 3x equals 4. So now solving, what do I have to do? I have to divide by 3. So x is equal to 4 to x is equal to 4 over 3. Okay? So if we were to check our work, we can say 8 to what power? So if we plug that back in, 8 to the 4/3 power. Well, remember, with the fraction exponent, the bottom number is our root. So that's saying the cube root of 8. A little review for you. The cube root of 8 to the 4th power. Cube root of 8 is 2. 2 to the 4th power is 16. And 16 does equal 16, so this checks. Okay? Go ahead and pause the video if you need to, so that you can write these steps down. I'm going to go ahead and move on. And let's practice some other ones. Okay? So, again, our first step is to set it equal to x, and then rewrite it. So we have 64 to the x power equals 1 over 32. Okay? So let's think about it. What do we need to do? First, let's make the 1 over 32 a whole number. So what exponent is going to make that happen? Let's rewrite it with a negative exponent. So 64 to the x power equals 32 to the negative 1. Now again, if you think about it, or if you play around trial and error in your calculator, 64 and 32 have a base 2 in common. So 64 is going to be 2 to the 6th power. And then we'll have that exponent on the outside, just tag along. And then 32 is to the 5th power. And again, that negative 1 is still there. So we're going to drop our bases. Now they're the same. And a power to a power, we're going to multiply. So we have 6x is equal to negative 5. So x is equal to negative 5 over 6. Now, I'm going to pause the video. I want you to try these 3 and see if you can figure them out on your own. Okay, so if you were able to figure them out, I worked out and showed my work for the second one here. So log base 9 of 27 is equal to 3 over 2. Now, I said it was x equals, but technically, since there wasn't an x to begin with, we really shouldn't have that. It's not that big of a deal if you do, but there's not an x in our original problem, so we just want to evaluate the expression. So our final answer is just the number, okay? Log, remember this, there's no base here, so what is it? The base is 10. So it's 10 to the second power is 100. Now this one, you should have noticed that the bases were the same, because remember ln is a base of e. So if you rewrote it, if you set it equal to x and then rewrote it, e to the x power is equal to e to the 9th. So then these would go away, and then the exponents would be the same. And this takes us into our next point, our next properties. Okay, pause the video so you can write down these properties. I'm going to go ahead and talk about them down here. Anytime we have a log, no matter what the base is, if it's 1 right here, it's going to go to 0. Whenever the log, there's a 0 here, it's undefined because we can't have 0 as an answer if we were to rewrite it in an exponential form. So whenever there's a 0 here, you're just going to write undefined. When you have the base and this number are the same and there's an exponent, whatever that exponent is, whether it's 1, whether it's 15, it's always going to be that exponent. When there is a negative number here, it's going to be undefined because we can't take a log of a negative number.